man, yo, One Piece chapter 847, man. Now this was good, man. This was good. Like here I was thinking that, you know, Nami was gonna be able to talk some sense into Big Mom. They'd be able to negotiate. Everything would be all good. She'd be like, yo, that girl Lola, that's my friend right there. We're all good. This is the VV card. She told me to tell you that if I ever need any type of help, that you would likely want to help me out. And then we find out that Big Mom's like, nah. Ain't none of that right. None of that's right. I wanted Lola to marry someone really important. If she would have did what I asked her, I'd already be king of the pirates now. Red hair Shanks wouldn't be anymore. Kaido wouldn't be anymore. And Blackbeard wouldn't be anymore. But she had to run off. Or I think she said Whitebeard, regardless. She said she had to run off. Now, this is what's crazy about that, okay? Lola still thinks about Big Mom as being mother and daughter, but from what Big Mom was saying, she doesn't view Lola to be her daughter at all. Like, that's absolutely crazy to me that it's even come to something like that. That's absolutely crazy that it's come to that point to where she's forsaken her own daughter. And it's just like, now you see why she and Sanji's father get along, because Sanji's father basically did the same thing to Sanji, where it's like, you don't serve my purpose anymore, you won't listen, you're dead to me. And Big Mom goes as far as to say, Nami the cat burglar, you tell me where exactly my daughter is and I'll have her killed. And I don't doubt that at all. Big Mom's reach is legendary. Big Mom's reach is legendary. It's crazy that Big Mom has taken a stance like that, and yet at the same time, it's like I've been saying, you know, a character like that doesn't get to where she is without being able to make the cold, hard, and calculated decisions. Like, I really want to know who it was that Lola was supposed to marry, because it has to be someone extremely powerful. The only person I can think of is that Lola was either supposed to marry one of the admirals, which I doubt, or she was supposed to marry someone who was a celestial dragon. That's what I'm putting my money on. I think she was supposed to marry a celestial dragon. But what I find so fascinating about that is that, you know, it just shows that, like, when you get to this part of the Grand Line, you know, Oda is continuing the whole thing of parents and children, or adults and children, and how, you know, different people view them. This is really good. Again, it's so fascinating. Like, when I get caught up, I can't wait to just do a case study comparing the Grand Line, the East Blue to the Grand Line, all the way up to when Luffy and everybody basically start the time skip, and then just go back and look at everything that happened after they got onto the Red Line and after they got into the New World. So what's crazy about that is Oda basically has One Piece as a tale of two tales. Like, this is so good. Like, it'd be an amazing video essay to make. It'd be an amazing essay to make, to just do a part 1 and part 2 to that. And again, I'm gonna get caught up hopefully within the next year, so I can't wait to start working on that. But what was also cool about this chapter is the fact that, you know, one of if I'm not mistaken, one of Sanji's brothers has that moment where he's looking around and he says, I can't help but notice that you have all these crazy species inside of all these different books, and you're bragging about all these different rare species that you have, and yet you don't have any type of giants there. And Big Mom just gives a look like if looks could kill. And obviously we know what Big Mom's, you know, big hang up on that is, you know, when it comes to giants. You know, she's a big bitch herself. But the other thing is Big Mom, you know, Big Mom wants to turn everybody into tall people. She wants to turn everybody into giants. That way everyone is all equal. So I thought that was cool that you start seeing right there that if Big Mom goes through with this alliance with Germa 66, that it isn't necessarily going to be all cookies and ice cream. There's going to be some chocolate chip sprinkles that are put in there. It's going to make everything a little bumpy and a little harder to swallow, if you will. So I like the fact that, you know, we're seeing that they're about to go into this alliance, but if Big Mom lets her guard down for the smallest of second, and all of a sudden, you know, tables can turn on her. So I mean, I think this is interesting. This is one of those times where you see that what you see isn't always what you get. And just speaking of that, you know, they think they have Chopper captured, but, you know, my man Chopper is just sitting there, you know, plotting and scheming. He's like, yo, it's been 6 hours since I used the monster point. I'll be able to shrink down the size because they essentially trapped me in my big form. Once I'm able to shrink, I can really wreak some havoc. You know, he's saying, like, don't you dare cook Carrot because they're gonna make her into some type of a stew, a mink stew. I thought that was cool that, you know, Chopper, he's just grown so much, man. He's just grown so much, because Chopper from Drum Island, he would get down a little bit, but he still had quite a bit of a hangover, you know. And what I mean by a hangover is like he had a hell of a hang up. And in this chapter here, you just see more of Chopper's growth. Like, I just love the maturation process of Chopper, man. And what's also interesting is how you have Sanji, and he's sitting there and he's smoking his cigarette. He's staring outside the window, and he's just like, everyone just leave, pull back, get away safely. And as this is going on, you find out that Pedro is causing a distraction, and Brook is about to sneak further into Big Mom's castle. So I mean, I like what Oda's doing here. You see more of the conflict with Sanji just growing bigger and bigger as everything's going. Like, my chapter question to you guys is gonna be, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the fact that Luffy and Nami are captured, and it doesn't look like they're gonna have any type of interaction with Sanji? And most importantly, if you take everything and put it into a vacuum, so this is my second chapter question. If you take everything and put them into a vacuum, how do you think Big Mom's dream truly is? Like, do you think that she was being a little too ambitious, wanting to not only make a world where everyone's giants, but also where she is essentially trying to marry off her daughter so she could have became the king of the pirates, and basically, I'm assuming, try and force her will onto everybody else? Do you think that's too ambitious of a goal? Let me know down in the comment section below. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.